You've made it to week 6 of your summer quarter in Comp Studies 210. We are almost there, everyone. I know right now it feels really easy to want to give up, but you have come so far. Only 3 weeks left. Stick with me. This week, you have the task of working on listening. I've actually made this week what I think a little bit lighter in terms of work, because I want you to be heavily focused on starting to work on your relationship paper. You'll notice in the next 2 weeks, there are more than one chapter assigned. So this is your last week with just one chapter. So what I'm going to do is start to post the following weeks a little bit earlier for you, just in case you want to get started. However, you can also find this information on our class schedule, which is on our syllabus, and that's at the top of your modules. So I'm just trying to give you a heads up. This week is a little bit lighter, and then the following week we have chapters 4 and 8, and you'll have sections of each of those chapters to be read. And then you'll have chapters 9 and a combination of 10 and 11. I combine 10 and 11 into one PowerPoint, and I actually spend the least amount of time on those because those are more about our communication environment, which we've been establishing all along and what we've been working on in the course. So, with all of this in mind, knowing that this week's a bit lighter, it gives you some time to work on your relationship paper. Don't slack off because 7 and 8 do have quite a bit of material still, and you'll have your final exam due the end of week 8. Okay, so here's what we've got going on for this week. Week 6 is focused on listening, so I'm going to have you read chapter 7. With that, please review my PowerPoint, and shortly I'll have my video lecture up. After that, you have just 2 assignments this week, no discussion posts. The first one is participation points, and it's fairly straightforward, having you address what happens when we don't complete all the steps of the listening process. And the second one is due Sunday, and that is the same day that quiz number 3 is due, which covers chapters 6 and 7. This is a homework on ineffective listening habits. There's 2 parts to this, so let's open this up real quick. And you have the whole week to complete this along with your quiz, which is already open. Hopefully this wants to load for me. There we go. So you'll see here what you're going to do is see a bunch of different ways that we choose to listen pretty ineffectively. I want you to write the definition as well as provide an example of a time that you have been guilty of completing this particular listening habit. After that, this is a pretty short TED Talk, about 10 minutes or so. I want you to listen to this talk called 5 Ways to Listen Better by Julian Treasure. It is short and sweet and filled with some awesome information. Be on the lookout for the information regarding the sound of coffee makers. It's amazing. And you'll just answer 3 questions after that. So again, pretty straightforward week. I want to give you time to work on your relationship papers. So you will have your reading, the very short video lecture, you will have participation and homework along with a quiz. What's really going to be helpful this week is there's no discussion post, there's no lengthy observations of anything you have to do, and hopefully by now you've already watched the relationship paper overview, so there shouldn't be too much extra work for you. Again, I'll start getting some of the other materials posted so you can review chapters 4 and 8 for next week and chapters 9, 10, and 11 for our last week together. It's going by really fast. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'm always connected to Skype, so that's a really great place to reach me if you need me. Have a great day and good luck on all your work.